to start dieting, but I don't know how many calories I should eat. What should be my macro split? How do I calculate the calories I need to lose weight? We'll cover all of this in this beginner overview. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? So in this week's video, we're going to go over how to calculate your calories when you first start dieting. This is going to be a quick overview. You can get into really nitty-gritty stuff. This will be a good baseline for you guys to get started. All right, so when first starting out, we're going to have to find your baseline calories or your maintenance calories. A good rule of thumb is 15 calories per pound of body weight. Now this changes every day based on the person, based on age, based on activity level. So it is a moving target that you can't always hit, but 15 calories is a good approximation. So in this example, this 150-pound person would need 15 calories per pound. So the maintenance calories or baseline calories this person would need to maintain their weight every single day is approximately 2,250 calories. We got that from taking 150 times 15 calories per pound of body weight. Now, when dieting, you always have to remember this concept, calories in versus calories out. In order to lose weight, we need to burn more energy than we consume. Calories are energy, so we need to burn more calories than we consume. And we can do that with exercise and also eating a little bit less. So I'm a big advocate of dieting slowly. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We want to keep the weight off so it stays off in the long term. So what I recommend on your first week is hitting 90% of your maintenance calories. So 90% of your maintenance calories would be 2,025. Notice how your week 1 calories are only 250 less than your maintenance calories. A good rule of thumb is anywhere between 250 to 500 calories less than your maintenance. I always stick to the less number because I like to eat. So now we're going to calculate the macros from this 2,025 calorie diet. A good rule of thumb for protein is 1 gram per pound of body weight. For fats, a good rule of thumb is half a gram per pound of body weight. And whatever remaining calories you have left will go into the carbs. So weighing in at 150 pounds, we're going to aim to eat 150 grams of protein. For fats, we're going to be aiming around 75 grams. Now the remaining calories from these two will equal your carbs. So there will be a little bit of math. Now the calculation should be fairly simple if you watch my other videos where I explain what macronutrients are. If you haven't seen that video, stop! I'll put a link in one of the corners that'll pop up right now. Go ahead and watch that video. Come on back and you'll be able to calculate the calories based on the macronutrients. All right, so now we're going to calculate how many carbs we actually need in our first week of dieting. So we know that 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. And we know for every gram of fat we consume is 9 calories. All right, so now let's total these up, subtract them from our first week's calories, and then the remaining amount of calories will be our carbohydrates. Again, our first week of calories will be 2,025, subtracting the protein and also the fat calories. And the remaining amount for carbohydrates will be 750 calories. Stop! Calories are not the same as grams, so now we have to convert the calories back into grams. And I'll show you how to do that. Because you already watched my other video, you already know how to do this, but I'll go ahead and show you this time. So we know for every gram of carbs we consume, that equals to 4 calories. So if we already have 750 calories, let's convert it back to grams. So we divide by 4. And the total amount of carbs we're going to have to consume is 187.5, but we're going to round up to 188. And there you have it. You just figured out your first week of macros. If you're weighing in at 150 pounds, you're going to want to eat 150 grams of protein, 75 grams of fat, and 188 grams of carbs. And if we convert all of these back into calories and add them together, you'll have 2,025 calories. Now this should be a great starting point for you or any beginner that wants to get started in dieting. Again, remember, dieting is a marathon, not a sprint. You always want to lose the weight slowly so it stays off. And why do you want to eat less food? If I can eat more food while I'm dieting, who's complaining? I hope this is really helpful. I'll put the playlist that I mentioned before down below. If you found this helpful, give it a like, hit the subscribe button. I'll put that here. I'll also put the playlist mentioned earlier here. Tune in next week for another episode of Your Diet Question Answered.